I, F31, am growing resentment for my husband, M31. My husband and I seem to always find a new topic that we just cannot see eye to eye on. But the longer we're together, 8 years now, the more it seems like our morals just don't seem aligned. Typically it's regarding some out-of-pocket, like pro-men being the leaders of the house, because they're stronger. Can you bench press 200 pounds? Is an actually question I've been asked. Other days it's about our daughter and her soccer shorts needing to go past her knees because they're inappropriate otherwise. Once he said I need to get off my anxiety medication because I can just feel less stress if I tried harder. Today it was Bad Bunny. Apparently he thinks it's random / not inclusive, and said how would it be if Blake Shelton performed at a soccer game. I can't even bother with these conversations anymore, and when I try to disengage it's just because I'm getting defensive and know that I'm wrong. Didn't even think this would be a conversation. Each time a new topic comes up I realize we may just be fundamentally different, and it's reaching a point of disgust. I try to discuss these things, but he just says I guess we just don't agree on this. But how do I handle things when the arguments just seem to lead to how we are and view things as people? Just leave. You're both clearly unhappy. You're only 31. Go and live your life and be happy. Life is too short for this shit. Edit. You're also setting an awful example for your daughter by staying. Why are you married to someone who you don't align with on essential issues? More importantly, do you want your daughter to learn these misogynistic, backwards views from him? I would become resentful too if I was married to a misogynist. I don't know what your finances look like, but there's no need to stay married to a man that disrespects you. I am 24, just broke up with my girlfriend F25 of 5 years, who we've built a great life together. She doesn't want to break up, and I'm not sure if I made a mistake. We have been together since college. She feels perfect because she gets my humor, and we've built a pretty good life so far. We share a house that we rent out and have a dog together. We both have really good jobs, so our future can be financially secure, which I value. I broke up with her because she continuously breaks a boundary of mine. There's a co-worker of hers that is in love with her. They are a part of the same friend group that hangs out every weekend, so it's hard for me to step in and say I'm not comfortable with her hanging out with him outside of work. My boundary that I have clearly stated to her is to not be too touchy with other guys in the group, especially him. Examples of that are intimate hugs, holding hands, having an arm wrapped around while sitting. She has now broken this boundary once again. This has been going on for about 2 years, and we've had deep arguments where I've told her it makes me very uncomfortable and that I can't stand for my boundary to be broken again. A little more context. She is a very physical touch demanding person. She is like this to almost all her guy and girl friends. I genuinely do not believe she has any love interest with her coworker. It is now the next day of the breakup, and we are planned to meet to talk about logistics of all our current assets we share and how to go about the dog. It's made me think if I made a mistake, because we do have a lot together, and it sucks to throw it all away, even when it's not a clear cheating situation. If she's holding hands and doing intimate hugs with a guy she knows is in love with her after 2 years of you asking her to stop, she isn't breaking a boundary, she's auditioning your replacement. She also craves the attention of other men. Did she previously agree to respect this boundary when you brought it up in the past? It's not cheating, no. But she knows this behavior deeply concerns you and hurts the relationship, but she does it anyway. That's a problem. Is it manipulative for saying me, F19, to tell my partner, M19, I'm not staying if he doesn't get therapy? Hello. I know the title can lead many to think this will be a difficult situation, but it's honestly very simple in my opinion, and I'm just looking for some constructive criticism, because I genuinely don't know if it is or isn't. I, F19, have been dating my boyfriend, M19, for over a year. He was very kind and outgoing at the start, but as you can imagine the honeymoon phase faded away, and things became routine. We have never really argued, or had any issues that weren't just over petty things. Fast forward to the past 3-4 months. We've been having issues with keeping our place clean, and this is mostly because we both have terrible work schedules. I noticed that I was the only one making an effort to clean up after myself, i.e., leaving his cereal bowl on the table empty instead of putting it in the sink, not throwing away wrappers, etc. I asked him to start cleaning up after himself, and he said that he would, and he did, but stopped after a week. At that point I start to have a moment where I realize how much we both work, so maybe I should give him a break or cut him some slack. After all, he helped me for a week or so, right? Another week goes by. I've repeatedly asked him to do his own laundry and to clean up after himself, and it's not that I mind a whole lot doing these things, but if the roles reversed I know things would just stay messy. Between that and his constant undermining of my intelligence. For example, I told him to shut the car off before pumping gas, and he kept asking me if I was sure before Googling it. He's done this with other things and does often, or undermining of the quality of the work I do, like I didn't clean well enough, piled on top of my constant asking for help has become overwhelming. I don't have a lot of patience for him anymore. I spoke to him again, and he told me a lot of how his ex treated him, and how poorly she was to him, and how he's been thinking about it a lot recently, and thinks it making him depressed. So I consoled him and tried to extend some comfort to him, whatever he was willing to accept, and I again decided to cut back on asking him to help out. I'm at a point where I feel like he expects me to be his mother, to clean up after his every mess, to do his laundry, to do dishes and cook, without realizing how much of a toll it's taking on me. I don't talk much about my feelings to him because I want him to talk to me and not worry about me dumping any emotional distress onto him, but I have made it clear how upset it makes me to have to work and also come home, clean, cook, etc., but it goes in one ear and out the other. Yesterday I told him that he needs to go and get therapy or sign up for a group therapy for support, and to get help, because I can't continue to clean up after him and be responsible for him in this way. I struggle with some bad stuff too. I have atypical psychosis, and it makes my day-to-day hard too. So it feels like a one-sided effort towards holding everything together, and I don't want to feel like I'm the only one responsible. I spoke to my dad about what I told my boyfriend, and he said that it's not right to weaponize his emotions to manipulate him into getting help. I don't think I was manipulative, and I could probably write out what I told my boyfriend yesterday, but I was wondering if anyone had some helpful input, please. This is the first relationship out of high school, and the first one where I'm living with my partner. I'm really stumped on what to do, and all I know is that I don't want to continue feeling like everything is one-sided. Anything helps. I'm really sorry if this is all hard to understand. It's not manipulative if you mean it. You are setting boundary, that if he doesn't do it, then end the relationship. You are only 19, that don't waste your time in a loser. Just move on. It shouldn't be this hard at 19. A relationship is supposed to make your life better, and this is far from it. He's lazy and blaming his laziness on you, making him depressed complaining about his laziness? Dump his ass. I, 18F, am confused whether I should continue this relationship with my boyfriend, 18M. We both are 18, together for 2 years. Things are going well, but I am not physically attracted to them, otherwise things are great. Shared interests, thoughts and music. I know I love him, but I am not sure if it is platonic or romantic. I am sure I would hate it if he started liking someone else, but at the same time, I do not see us staying together for a long time. My parents would want someone tall and from a good family background, along with good education and salary. He's sweet to me and loves me a lot. He loves me as a person, at my lowest too. Helps me out wherever he can, and is attracted to me a lot physically. I love spending time with him too, but I know I will not like to get intimate with him. I feel safe with him, and I care for him deeply. I do not want to drag on this relationship and hurt us both later on. Everything is perfect except the issues I mentioned. Biggest green flag ever. Just not physically attracted to him. I have tried, and it has been 2 years, but I am unable to develop an attraction in that way. Is it okay to continue this relationship? I want to know if there will be any issues down the line and the complications we might face. Edit. I wanted to add this. He has mentioned being insecure about his looks and body multiple times. I have always comforted and assured him. I am also conventionally attractive, so he is more insecure along with the added worries about his own body. I do not want to hurt him. I will feel like the worst person ever if I hurt him because he has been nothing but nice to me. He does not deserve that pain. If I tell him I want to end it because I am not attracted to him physically, it would break him. If that happens, I am not sure I will be able to forgive myself. I will be in pain by seeing him in pain. Do not string along somebody you're not planning to stay with. Cut him loose and let him find somebody who will actually love all of him, not just the parts that tick the right boxes. Why would your parents want someone tall, face with tears of joy, face with tears of joy? At the end it's your decision, but if he genuinely has feeling for you and is attracted to you, when you finally let them know, it'll get ugly. Communicate, and if it's just not it, leave. Love.